Welcome back everyone, CZ Gaming here with some brand new content, so sit back, relax and enjoy. We're continuing on with the series that we started off in the last episode, Rome War Remastered, with the Julii Campaign that we had ongoing. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Alright guys, hope you all enjoyed the last episode. Sorry if the intro was a bit longer on that one than expected. It's the first episode of the series, first episode of the channel, so I felt I had to explain some things at the beginning at least. For this one, we're continuing on the same foot that we had. The only thing that we're going to do slightly differently is the historical aspect as we're playing the game. In the previous episode, I just sprinkled in some historical facts as we went along. For now, I feel that if we do it that way, we don't really do the story and the history of Rome justice. So every episode I'll pick one or two items that I want to talk about. Feel free to leave in the comments what you want to hear as well, and then we'll just tackle those. Sorry, got a bit of a dry throat there. No, so every episode we'll just be doing one or two deep dives into some actual pieces. Feel that way we can spend a bit more time on the details. So for this one, I'll actually be talking a little bit about the origins of Rome, how it was initially set up at the very, very beginning. But that's for later on. At first, let's just dive back into the gameplay where we were. Let's see. So we had our initial setup completed. Obviously the plan, as I discussed with you guys, was to venture south as soon as we could to try to cut off the Scipii. Right? So we're currently at 270 BC. Now, from a historical perspective, right, we're sort of going to the first Punic Wars around 264, 260 BC. So we're a little bit ahead of the curve if we tackle Carthage now. But obviously from the game perspective it's fine. I just want to avoid the Scipii running this way. So we're gonna make a rush for that. The Gauls, we'll keep an eye on them. For now I'm not immediately concerned. We've got a spy here to sort of keep an eye on the troop movements. If it really goes south, we can pull our army that we have walking around here back, right? I mean the Scipii, they'll be there to put pressure on Carthage either way. So even if we step out, they're still there to pick up the mantle. Alright, let's see. Actually, I just want to take a quick look at the finances beforehand. I actually think I said that incorrectly the last time we were looking at it. So the starting off balance, right? Whether it's red or green, just shows whether it's increasing or decreasing. So that was my bad. It's actually the minus sign that shows you whether it's positive or negative. So in this case, so we had something built up, but we're very low on the turn income. Now if it's construction, yeah, okay. Right, see, so I can hold my construction, right, if it's necessary. I'm mainly concerned about the army upkeep. I don't want the army upkeep to get above the total income that we have. So in this case, we have, right, just a bit over 4k, and we can expand quite a lot on the army expansion. Excellent. So at this point, 4 stati triare velites. Yeah, okay, so this is just not enough, quite frankly. As much as I want to rush south, this is just not enough. So we'll move this guy here. You can come back here to retrain. We need ranged units. Yeah, mainly the range units is the issue that we have for now. So this one is constructing. Yeah, we're gonna have to make do with what we have. If we can wait another 2-3 turns in order to finish the barracks and send people south, that won't be enough. So we'll merge these guys. Let's see what are we up to now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as backup. I think that's fine. I'll do 5, 2 as backup to the flanking maneuver. So actually, just retrain this unit. And your practice range is... Should have done that first. See, here's my worry. If we don't... I do like my range units. If we don't have enough, then it might be tricky. But I think we're just going to go for it. I can't afford to wait too much longer. Either way, these are building, these are constructing. Diplomats. I know we had some walking around. Not sure where we left these guys. I know we had them, right? We'd send one west. Not sure where he went. This guy, alright, yeah. Spain will get into contact with. Should just head up to the Germans. And did we have one other one? I'll get another diplomat later on. I think for now it's good. You're still walking. Spies there. Alright, that's it for this turn. Let's go. Turn speed nice and fast. Excellent. Alright. Quick financial check. 4-1. Expenditure is good. So at this point we're good, even with the construction one. Army upkeep. Yeah, 2279. Alright. So for now they're still doing the siege here, which is good, right? I mean, they'll work their way there, but they'll probably tackle all the Greek cities first. This is all Carthage. They're kind of singled out here, so they're an easy target to go for. Yeah, we don't have the time to wait. This guy is fine. Yeah. No time to lose. Send one more Hastati in there. And this is going to be the force. I might... Yeah, no. Right. Here we go. I'm thinking, do we want to bring the spy? Because here we're in foreign territory. Unsure. No, time is of the essence. We're focusing on speed here. So, the army's in. Right? Yep. Cool. So you guys can set sail. Try to stay sort of close to the shoreline. Alrighty. Right here, you're still building roads and then the militias. In hindsight, I should have probably waited with the roads and actually do the militia barracks first. You... barracks. Roads at first. Suggest that for now it's not going to be a main military hub anyway, so that's fine. Diplomat, you can venture out, see who you run into, and you... I speak you are. Oh, that's an ally, not too helpful. I'll send you over here. I'm mainly looking to get trade with the rich factions, right? Actually, this guy can cover the entire north. Greek city-states would be a very good one to have. Carthage would be a good one to have if we weren't actually going to attack them. Constructing. Yeah, I don't really have any specific. I don't want to instigate, but just for his, it's a 100% chance anyways. So I'll give him some XP. Yes, master. I don't really need him over there. Interesting. Still under siege. 2 armies on the way. It's okay, so they're building it up there. That's actually it. Pretty fast turns for now, right? There's not a lot going on yet, so let's just go through it. Probably I'll take the next turn to tell you guys about the historical piece that I had in mind. Quite some movement from the goal there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, this is slightly annoying. This was supposed to be a quick ferry crossing. Oh my goodness, where are you going? God, what do we have left here? Oh, okay, we didn't lose any troops. Alright, Granite Lad, just make your way over here. That was very lucky, guys. Could have gone very wrong there. But as we're getting to the new turn, actually, I'll take this time to run you guys through the historical piece that I had in mind. So we're currently 269 BC. As said, we're moving towards the first Punic Wars there, 264. But let's bring it back all the way to the beginning. Where did Rome actually come from? How did it start initially? If we're going with the story, and obviously this is way back, right? So we have to kind of pick if we want to go with it. According to the story, Rome was initially founded at 753 BC, so we're talking about 8th century before Christ. Founded by 2 men, Romulus and his twin brother Remus. Now, they actually founded the side, Rome itself, on the side where they were supposedly raised by a she-wolf, which obviously adds to the charm of the story, right? But as I said, it's questionable how much of this you want to believe or how much you want to realistically go for. The story itself is first seen in the 4th century BC. And the actual year, so the 753 BC that I mentioned earlier, didn't come around till the 1st century BC. Now, as with all stories, I think a good way to look at it is it'll have its roots in historical fact. And somewhere along the way, the story was expanded upon with facts that, you know, maybe support the story, make it more charming to listen to. But let's just go with how it's originally told. Now, according to the legend, Romulus and Remus were the sons of Rhea Silvia. Rhea Silvia was the daughter of a local king, King Numitor of the city Alba Longa, city somewhere around the neighborhood of where Rome is currently found. The king, Numitor, was deposed by his younger brother, Amulius. Amulius wanted the throne for himself, deposed his brother to gain control, and then moved to maintaining that control. Now, as is always the case, the key to retaining your control is to make sure that there's no other people who can take it from you. And especially if we're talking about kings and royals, we oftentimes look at the potential children, right? So Amulius forced Rhea Silvia, Numitor's wife, to remain a virgin, to make sure that she would not give birth to potential rivals to the throne. Makes sense so far. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. Supposedly, Rhea was impregnated by the god Mars, and thus gave birth to Romulus and Remus. Now, this is also one of those facts where you can question how much of this is really true. Besides the fact, can someone really be impregnated by a god? It's also worth to note that Mars is the god of war, and it ties neatly into the Roman story, right? If we look at the Roman Republic and later on the Roman Empire, there's a few things that we can think of. Maybe it's their strength in infrastructure, maybe it's their ability to innovate or loan items from different cultures and incorporate those into their own culture. Maybe it's philosophy even, right? Actually, the philosophy has a strong foundation in the Greeks, but nevertheless, it's still something that the Romans were into as well. Mainly though, when we think of the Roman Empire, when we think of the Roman Republic, when we think of Rome, we'll think of the warfare, of the conquest, which is a really important part of Rome. So that's the first part. So obviously they were born. Now, Amulius found out. Initially wanted to have the two brothers drowned in the river Tiber, but they survived. Landed up on one of the shores. Actually landed on the foot of the Palatine Hill, and supposedly that's where they were raised by the she-wolf. So later on we look at the founding of Rome. That supposedly also takes place at the foot of the Palatine Hill, right? Where Rome is, because that's where they were raised by the she-wolf. That's the third part of the story. I'll get back to the second part later. I don't want this to turn into a full history lecture, so let's get back to the game. For now, we'll circle back. Sugesta is going well. They're building. There's not a lot to be done here. Just to make sure that we don't run into anything with the goal, I'll train some extra troops here. For now, it's all on Armenium. These guys can't do much. Pirate army there. It's annoying. Waiting for these guys. Did we move the diplomats? Not quite. So we'll move these guys south. Illyrian rebels. Alright, not a faction for us to deal with. And we'll send you up north. So at first we'll run into the Germans, the Britons, try to catch those as well, and then we're circling back. So we're moving to, Dacia, Scythia. I think that's about where we'll recall him. Alright, that's it. On to the next turn. As one is loading, let's get back to Romulus and Remus. So, they landed on the shores, right? They were found by a local shepherd, Faustulus, and his wife, and they raised the two brothers initially. The brothers grew up, and eventually got into their father's footsteps, and became the leader of the local herd of shepherds that they have there, right? So they've got their own little group to work with. As they're growing up, their origin story gets told to them, gets shared with them, and obviously they are not happy with what they're hearing. So, what they do, given that they now have a small group of people to work with, they rally the troops and walk on Alba Longa to depose Amulius. Well, depose and kill Amulius. So, they recapture the settlement, get rid of Amulius, and put their grandfather, Numitor, back on the throne. After that, they've got their family order restored, but apparently they wanted a little bit something more, and they wanted to come up with their own city. And that's where Rome's origin story comes from. Romulus and Remus find a site to build their own city. Now, during the construction, they get into a quarrel. They have their own discussions, that ultimately that breaks out into such a fight that Remus is actually killed by Romulus. The Romulus is ultimately the one who starts off with Rome, right? And that's also the name comparison between Rome and Romulus. That's where the name comes from. And that's where we'll leave it for this episode. Obviously, after this, Rome will continue to build, and that's where we'll pick up on the next episode. It also shows, and that's the interesting part about Rome, right? The different types of state that it runs in through. So initially, it starts off as a kingdom, turns into the republic, and eventually turns into the empire. That's Rome in a nutshell. As said, I think, let me know what you guys think of this setup, right? Leave it in the comments down below. I think this way, I try to not mix it with the gameplay, to try to make a distinction between we're playing the game, but I want to share something with you guys, but also not keep that too long. Let me know what you guys think. We can adjust this formula as we go along. And there's Germania. So let's get some trade rights.
A most generous proposal.
Generous, excellent. Britain should be out to the west. We'll send you further on here. Right, so Palm is actually on the other side. Let's so there's basically no one here. Let's Good. Attack a neutral faction. I'm thinking, do I want to do this the diplomatic route? Would it matter? No, I don't think so. Let's just go for it. Pretty easy setup. There's pretty much no one here, so. Alright. Do I want to fight this on the campaign map? To be fair, I told you guys that I would play every single one, so I'll try not to cheat my way out of it. It'll be an easy one, so let's just go for it. Also, guys, as I said before, leave in the comments what you think of the formula. But if you can, if you write the comment, add in a little bit about yourself, right? Happy to know you guys' name, happy to know what you guys are up to. I really want to build this channel into a community of, everyone here where we're enjoying the games together. So whatever you're up to, let me know. I'll be quiet now for the speech.
With such portents, we need only march upon the enemy. Carthage's army stands in the field. They are not worth fearing. They die as easily as other men. They have been lulled into a false sense of security by a few feet of defensive wall, as if that will protect them.
I don't think there was a wall.
Never met us on a field of battle. After today, they will flee at the sound of our approach. Today, the carrion birds feast, but they will feast upon our enemies, not on good Roman flesh.
Sounds good. The only thing is that it's semi-dark. I'm not sure if I like that. Oh, great. Now it's raining. Let's give it one more go. Good enough. Okay, so it's, it's not like Suggesta. There's a bit more building development here. So there's pretty much no one in the town, so they'll rally on the squares, and I'll try to get it across. So the general, you'll be over here. Right. Yeah, I don't even need everyone for this, right? So we're just setting up a few of them. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. I need everyone to move. Yeah. Then this group. You come up here. This group. You come up there. And the rest I don't even really need. I'll keep you guys off skirmish, off fire at will. Don't chase. That's an important one. Really annoying when they chase after someone. I definitely don't want them to do that. Guard mode on. Force melee. Not yet. Melee off. Guard mode on. So I'll try to do as much as I can with the ranged weapons, just because I don't want to waste my manpower on this, right? We're moving into Carthage later, so. So I'll send in my archers. They've got the longest range. See if I can lure them out, make something happen here. These streets are very tight. Also, two barely fits in there. You can walk, take it easy. Same for you guys. No need to get exhausted. Actually, I don't even like... I think 1 is actually fine. If I do 2, they're so deep when it comes to rows. I don't really like that setup. Let's just see. If they really want to charge, they can. Set these guys up in a nice defensive line. Archers on the back here. And then we'll try to move up. Actually, I'll just send these forward. They can always retreat back on it. Generals on the flank. Gently, gently, and then fire on the town militia at first. I mean, the peasants are even worse than the town militia, which is really saying something. No, but as I was saying before the speech, guys, I'd really like to... Well, I keep saying guys, but I mean, you know, guys and girls, obviously. I'd like to get to know you all better, so let me know in the comments what you think, what you're doing. Happy to hear from all of you. Also, where are you all from? Now, let's just quickly check. Are they actually getting involved? Alright. Come on. Don't get stuck in there. No, so myself, I'm Dutch, so I'm from the Netherlands myself, currently living in Qatar. But I said, curious to hear about all of you guys, so do let me know. Alright. So they're hiding behind the corner, which is smart. No, don't get involved. So if they can fire over the edge, that'll be good. Not sure how this goes actually. Let's take a look at the first volley. If it's mainly friendly fire, then I'd rather they just leave it. This is what I mean with Rome being a pretty strong unit. I mean, you can let these guys hold the line, really. Right? There's no need for tactical maneuvers to try to outflank. You can take your time with it and just rely on the defensive strength of your units. So at this point, these arrows are relatively useless. So actually, just stop. Alright, so this is how easy it is. Great.
General is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Fire in the back. Now we'll bring the archers up. So these guys, they've lost 4 men. That's not too bad. So let's pull these guys up to here. as you said, you can crumble this quickly. I'm fine with taking my time for it. Like, I'm not in a rush to get these guys to wherever they need to be.
At the double! Quickly! Archers! Hurry!
These guys are going to take the brunt of it, which is fine. They can take it.
Archer! Lead it!
These guys line up behind it. They need a little bit more distance, actually. Over there. Now, as soon as these guys are engaged, I'm happy to pull in another unit of Astati here.
Archers! Attack!
Let's put them in fire at will. They're fine to do their thing for now. I'm just trying to get them lured in. As soon as they do, I'll rally in with the cavalry on the backside. So that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Normally I'd continue, but in this case I'm fine to end the battle. Not much happened. So what did they do? 4. How many did we lose? Deployed. Alright, so we lost 3. Alright. Excellent. I'm just thinking, guys, so we're coming up to around the half-hour mark again. Let me just do the quick wrap-up after this battle, and then we'll get going. Actually, probably stop the episode there. Corrales, let's see. Alright, so this is also an important one, right? From a strategy perspective, what do we do with the cities that we get? I'm thinking the following. Now, I'm not looking to make enemies with people. So, generally, I like occupy or I like exterminate. The only reason I'd exterminate if I get a city and it's immediately in the red, then I might need a strong hand. Otherwise, I'll just go with occupy. And slave could be good as well, but in this case, I'm fine with occupy. Right, then we need to see. So quite some of these things are probably foreign cultures. We're getting a culture penalty, which is annoying. These are all first level ones, so I can't... Right, I can get rid of this one. Yeah, so the roads and the main buildings, you can't get rid of those, which is fine. Yeah, they just need to get across. That's all they need. I might actually build one more ship. Hang on, let's cancel this one. Because we're currently, that fleet is pretty exposed at 26 ships, so we don't really have a lot left. Let's build one more ship to support these guys. As far as Corrales goes, can't build anything, can I? Peasants, that's good enough. We'll wait one turn. Till there's a group of peasants there. That's fine to hold the peace, and then we'll take these guys south to actually walk on Carthage. Quickly check up north here. These guys are building. This one is building. Alright, that's fine. You have got nothing. It's just that. So I want to build. I want to grow this city. That's the main part. So in this case, I'm looking at population growth 0.5. This one also 0.5. Trade income bonus. Size plus Rome provides additional taxable income per turn. Let's go with the land clearance. Alright, guys. Everyone's building. Everyone's on the way. We've made our move south. I think this is it for this episode. As I said before, let me know what you all think in the comments below. Especially for the setup, you know, the mixture between gameplay, historical stories, any tweaks to be had there. I'm happy to implement those. Thank you all for joining. Enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, wherever you are located, and we'll see you guys. We'll see each other again at the next one. CZ Gaming out.